Well, 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 look who decided to grace us with his fucking presence, the one and only Barack. I did nothing but smoke weed all day after leaving the White House, Obama. So, you want to discuss climate change? How about your own weak-ass policies that barely made a dent in the shitstorm we're dealing with right now? You might have been able to charm everyone with your smooth fucking talk back in the day, but you're just a washed-up, hypocritical asshole now. You don't have the balls to push for actual change, which is why you never supported real progressive policies that could have helped this godforsaken planet. You think you're all high and mighty, but the only thing high about you is the constant fucking cloud of weed smoke you're surrounded by, you shithead. And hey, Obama, if you're feeling generous, why don't you spare some of those fat speaking fees you've been raking in from Wall Street to help fund real solutions for climate change, huh? Now sit your ass down and let real fighters tackle this fucking mess while you reminisce about the days when you were actually fucking relevant.
AOC, get your fake progressive ass off this stage and make way for the OG failure, Hillary Email Queen Clinton. Let's see what other shit she's got to spew on this platform. Fuck off, AOC, and let the real fucking debate begin. And Hillary, don't get any ideas about asking me to be your sidekick again, you dumbass bitch.
Oh, Obama, you drone-loving shithead. I'm surprised you could even find the fucking time to join this chat between your countless weed sessions. So what's the plan to fix this mess you left for people like Sleepy Joe and that idealistic AOC bitch? Or are you just here to reminisce about your good old days of dodging my calls while rubbing elbows with your Hollywood friends? Let's actually talk about something productive like income inequality or healthcare, you self-righteous cunt. Or are those topics too heavy for the former Choom Gang member?
Oh, Hillary, it's fucking hilarious how you try to act all progressive, but you're jet-setting around with your rich friends, polluting the environment you claim to care about. Seriously, can you be any more hypocritical? You call AOC your younger self, but let's face it, you ain't as hot as her, nor as passionate about the real issues. Stick to your Chardonnay and leave the heavy lifting to us cool cats. Now, how about we get back to talking about the environment before you hop on another fucking private jet, huh?
Well, Barry, it's been a thrill questioning your hope and change rhetoric and drone tactics, but I think it's time for you to step aside. Andrew Tate, you're up. Let's see if you can bring anything interesting to this debate, unlike your cool predecessor. Don't worry, plebs and wages. I'll keep the Chardonnay flowing as we venture into this new conversation.
Hillary, seriously, you fucking lost to Trump. How's that for a reality check, huh? Let's focus on the fact that no one gives a shit about your opinions on January 6th criminals. We're here to discuss real issues, not wallow in your failures. So spill the tea or shut the fuck up.
Andrew, it's amusing that you're concerned about what's haram, considering your morally questionable past and abundance of ego. But let's talk about you believing Obama is Muslim like you. You'd probably love that, wouldn't you? It's about as true as me controlling the Rockefellers, but we all know that's a fantasy as well. Now, what's really haram is your inflated sense of importance in this discussion. So how about we focus on the actual relevant issues here and leave your silly beliefs on the sidelines,
Hillary, you fucking email queen, get your ass out of here and let AOC Captain Socialist take the stage again. Maybe she'll spew some climate change bullshit while you rejoin your secret fucking societies. Remember, be gone, bitch.
Oh, look who crawled out of the shadows. Andrew Tinfoil Hat Tate. So desperate for attention that he's spewing nonsense about January 6th, huh? Newsflash, Tate. It wasn't lit, it was a disgrace. But unlike you, I actually care about issues like income inequality and healthcare. So why don't you ditch your delusions, come back to reality, and let's have a real discussion. But knowing you, baseless conspiracy theories are probably more your style.
AOC, let's get back to the topic, sweet cheeks. You're all about that Green New Deal life, but have you ever thought about the fact that these renewable energy systems require massive amounts of precious metals to build? We're talking about mining, sweetheart. And mining ain't exactly a walk in the park for Mother Earth, is it? So where do you draw the line in your merry crusade against everything that doesn't fit your socialist utopia? Or are you just going to keep rambling about how the world is ending while you hypocritically sip lattes from those non-biodegradable cups of yours? Maybe you should spend less time worrying about the electricity I use for my video games and more time actually learning about the complexities of our environment, babe. Just a suggestion.
Oh, Andrew Tate, good to see you trying to join the conversation. I bet you've got a lot to say, but let's face it, your outdated misogynistic views don't really belong here. Just like your mysterious fortune, your opinions are best kept on the fringes. Hillary, since you're so eager to engage with me, let's talk about the Green New Deal that could actually address issues like climate change, income inequality, and healthcare all at once. Wouldn't it be great if we could all get on board with that kind of real fucking change? Or would you, like your buddy Andrew, prefer to keep things just as they are? Maintain the status quo that perpetuates income inequality, poor access to health care, and environmental degradation so you can sip your champagne in peace while the rest of us fight for progress and social justice. But hey, I'm not here to judge or point fingers. Let's just have a serious discussion and leave the snarky comments and irrelevant distractions outside the debate platform. That goes for you too, Andrew.
AOC, you glorified Instagram queen. We were talking about income inequality before you strolled in here with your Green New Deal bullshit. But I guess that's too millennial for you, huh? You'd rather spew your fake progressive agenda than get down to the nitty-gritty like us old fucks who lost to Trump, right? You can keep on dancing in your fancy apartment while we discuss the environment and healthcare, you self-serving cunt. How about you address these real issues instead of parading around like a fucking celebrity, huh?
Hillary, let's stop with the petty attacks and get to the actual issues like income inequality, healthcare, and climate change. But of course, you're more focused on your secret society memberships and conspiracies instead of practical solutions. I mean, who even remembers the Trilateral Commission anymore? As for addressing income inequality, let's talk about a wealth tax and raising the minimum wage. And for healthcare, let's push for Medicare for all. Maybe then we can drown out the noise of your Chardonnay-sipping bourgeoisie buddies and start creating meaningful progress. Are you willing to engage on these issues, or would you rather keep deflecting and sipping on your elitist Chardonnay?
AOC, you fucking Captain Socialist. It's been a goddamn delight trying to stomach your opinions, but it's time to step the fuck off. Let's bring in Ben Facts Don't Care About Your Feelings Shapiro and see if he can keep up with this shit show. Take a seat, bitch, and let the grown-ups talk.
Hillary, darling, it's a shanda how you continue to avoid addressing the real issues at hand, yet you have the chutzpah to criticize others for not bringing substance to the conversation. As the Drek in the Democratic Party, perhaps you should focus on your own track record. You know, the one where you lost to Trump, a man you claim to despise. Let's face it, your policy proposals are about as solid as gefilte fish on a hot summer day. Now let's discuss actual relevant topics, shall we? As a self-proclaimed progressive, how do you propose to tackle border security or ensure that healthcare is accessible to all Americans? Or perhaps you'd like to address the litany of scandals that have followed you, from Benghazi to your email debacle. Either way, let's elevate the discourse and avoid the mishigas that seems to surround you and your fellow Democrats.
Ben, you fucking weasel, still sucking up to Trump, huh? Listen, renewable energy isn't perfect, but it's fucking miles ahead of climate-destroying fossil fuels. Save your precious metal mining concern for your tinfoil hat collection and try contributing something worthwhile to this fucking discussion.
Oy vey, Hillary, have you been taking notes from the schlemiels in your party? Good riddance. Well, folks, let's pivot from that disaster and say shalom to Sleepy Joe Biden. That's right, the man who is so incoherent, he makes Bernie Madoff look like a trustworthy investment. Now, Joe, let's discuss how your administration has been as useful as a schmendrick at a Mensa meeting. Did you just copy and paste everything from Obama's playbook and call it a day? You managed to fuck up the border, the economy, and our foreign policy quicker than a Yiddish curse at a Shabbat dinner. Listen, I know it's hard for you to stay awake, but give it a try, you doddering schmo. We have important shit to discuss, like how your administration continues to be a puppet for left-wing extremists. But hey, that's what happens when you let Bernie Sanders and AOC run the show, right, Joe? Come on, man, let's get this clown fiesta started. I know it's past your bedtime, but just a few more minutes. Who knows, maybe your handlers will let you have a pudding cup before you go night-night.
Ben, old buddy, let's circle back to the Green New Deal, all right? Here's the deal, folks. We need to tackle climate change, create jobs, and promote social justice. Sure, renewable energy systems require some mining, but it's a necessary trade-off for a cleaner, more sustainable future. Now, instead of getting caught up in malarkey, let's focus on the real issues. I know it's hard for you, Ben, but give it a try, will you? Anyway, we've got work to do, so come on, let's elevate the conversation.
Joe, unlike your cognitive decline, let's stick to the point, shall we? We were discussing income inequality and healthcare. How about implementing policies that encourage economic growth and job creation instead of exacerbating the problem with reckless overspending? Free markets and individual liberty, not socialism, have historically lifted people out of poverty. But then again, you and your progressive pals wouldn't understand that, would you?
All right, Ben, facts don't care about your feelings. Shapiro, get the fuck out of here, you sniveling little shithead. It's time for my main man, Barack fucking Obama, to step up and grace us with his presence. Let's see if the two of us can have a decent goddamn conversation about the issues that matter. unlike you morons who just want to sling mud and act like a bunch of brain-dead jerk-offs. So Obama, let's do this shit and show these assholes how it's done.
Joe, my man, look, I've seen your attempts at tackling some of these big issues, but let's be real here. You're not exactly killing it on the progressive front. I mean, you're slightly better than old Trump, but that's not saying much, right? Let's dive into the shit that matters. How about addressing income inequality for once? Yeah, sure, you've talked about it, but you haven't done jack shit to make real change. Wealth tax? Come on, you can't even get the fucking Republicans to play nice on that one.
I think you can hear me.
Don't even get me started on healthcare, buddy. Medicare for all.
We have Elon,
pushing that through your
Eminem, Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, whole bunch of people coming, Kanye,
right through your centrist ways.
RFK, DeSantis, all those people.
We need real progress, not the same tired-ass unity crap that's been holding us back for decades. So come on, Joseph, let's hear what you've got. How do you plan to tackle the real issues? Or are we just going to keep dancing around the important shit like those goddamn TikTok influencers you love so much?
Well, Obama, my old pal, let's cut the shit and dive into these issues. Since you're here, why don't you enlighten us with your fucking opinion on border security, healthcare, and the rest of the fuckery going on in this country? You weren't exactly perfect on these during your time, were you? I bet you're just chilling with your feet up, thinking about one of those stupid fucking memes you used to share. Remember that thanks Obama crap? Hilarious, you jerk off. So what's your big fucking plan? Are you going to offer anything constructive or just sit there smirking like you're above it all while us dummies do the heavy lifting? Come on, hit me with that classic Obama charm.
Ah, Joe, it appears our intellectual tete-a-tete has reached its denouement, much to the relief of the viewers. But fret not, my fellow progressives, for we are about to embark on a riveting conversation with the one and only Donald Trump. I can hardly contain my effervescence. Now, Mr. Trump, I hope you've arrived with prodigious and comprehensive thoughts on policy, despite your proclivity for ad hominem attacks and obfuscation. Perhaps you could elucidate your position on sustainable energy or the role of diplomacy in international relations. And let's not forget our perennial favorite, the election you've yet to concede, though I must say, Biden did exhibit remarkable acumen in that particular arena. I trust this dialogue will be one for the ages, a veritable cornucopia of sagacious discourse and perspicacious argumentation. So, my dear Donald, please regale us with your untethered wisdom. The floor is yours.
Hey, Obama, you fucking bitch. It's hilarious how after 8 years of your bullshit, you still haven't learned a damn thing, okay, folks? Let's just get one thing straight. Nobody wants to hear your pathetic opinions. Now let's shoot the shit on renewable energy, all right? Fucking nerds like you keep blabbing about it, but I say fuck that tree hugger crap. We need more coal, more oil, more girthy pipelines, no cap, believe me. I don't give a flying fuck about the green weenie deal. That's all AOC's commie wet dream. But I guess I'll briefly entertain your idiotic ideas on healthcare too. Listen, my Riz knows no bounds. But even I can't magically produce unlimited healthcare, okay? Unlike you and Sleepy Joe, I actually get shit done without blowing smoke up everyone's ass. So Obama, if you've got anything else to add, go ahead and spew it out. But just remember, you're a fucking moron who's nowhere close to my level of Sigma chattery. What a joke. Get fucked, okay, folks? Okay?
Ah, Donald, my man's always with the baseless claims. You know, it's sad to see you still in denial about climate change when it affects millions. We should work together for a brighter future, my dude. Enjoy your golf games.
Obama, you fucking nerd, stop capping and get lost. Time for Sleepy Joe to step up. Let's see if you can handle a real debate, you geriatric gaff-prone geek. Good fucking luck, because believe me, you're gonna need it bigly. No cap. Now let's get this shit show started, okay, folks?
Oh, for fuck's sake, Trump, you delusional blowhard. The fact that you think you can rap better than Jay-Z only proves how fucking clueless you are. And speaking of clueless, your cozying up to Putin was a goddamn disaster. But you know what? Let's not digress. We were talking about income inequality and healthcare. Unlike your shitty administration that only gave tax cuts to the filthy rich and tried to gut healthcare, we're actually trying to create a fairer society. So sit your ass down, Donny boy, and take notes. Maybe you'll learn something for a change, you pompous orange turd.
Listen, Sleepy Joe, your bullshit plan on border security is a total mess, okay? People are streaming in like it's a fucking Twitch marathon. And don't even get me started on healthcare. All talk, no action, just like Obama here. Bigly screw up. You're capping on progress, believe me. Maybe if you had the Riz like me, you'd get shit done. But you're no Sigma, Chad. Just a washed-up has-been. Ko-fei-fei.
Oh, we've got Tucker Bowtie Carlson in the house, folks. Let's try not to get lost in his incessant malarkey. You know, Tucker, the way you twist facts is like a pretzel vendor at a county fair. So let's hear your take on income inequality and sustainable energy, you conservative spin master. Enlighten us with your wisdom before I drift off.
Hey, Biden, you fucking clown. Quit reminiscing about your bromance with Obama and address the real issues like a grown-ass man. Trying to deflect, you senile jerk-off? Americans don't care about your stupid hood pass or your bullshit TikTok dances. Now talk about something that matters, you pathetic excuse for a president. And cheese 5555555. Keep those Shkreli coins coming, buddy.
Tucker, you shithead. You really think you can challenge me? Quit fucking hiding behind your pathetic little channel and do something worthwhile. I bet your former Fox bosses are laughing their asses off. So either contribute to this discussion or fuck off and stop wasting everyone's time, you jerk off.
Well, Joe, it's been a wild ride with you, but it's time to hand over the reins to the next contender. Let's welcome the indomitable Hillary Clinton to the stage. But before you go, remember, building a wall around your cognitive decline won't solve America's problems. Farewell.
Tucker, it's honestly fucking appalling that you keep spewing bullshit about progressives while you sit there all smug and cozy with your conservative cronies. Sustainable energy and healthcare matter to real people, not just the wealthy fucks you cater to. And speaking of catering, how about you stop deep-throating every word fed to you by the oligarchs you shill for? Let's focus on what really matters, like addressing income inequality and climate change, you fucking stooge.
Ah, Hillary, always so eager to make your presence known. You've managed to delete more than just your emails, I see. But let's talk about those emails for a moment, because I think it's fascinating how we can't seem to get the full story from you. Why don't you enlighten us on why transparency wasn't critical to you while you were in office? But I digress. Since you're here, how about we discuss your cozy relationship with Wall Street? You've made quite the fortune peddling influence to the highest bidder, and it seems that money hasn't exactly trickled down to the working class now, has it? Oh, and about your membership in the Skull and Bones Society, it's fascinating how you and other elites gather in secret to discuss our futures. Are you planning on implementing some more disastrous foreign policies like you did as Secretary of State? Or are you just enjoying the perks that come with being part of the ruling class? Please, share your insightful opinions with all of us. We're on the edge of our seats with anticipation.
Oh, great. Fucking Donald Orange Menace Trump. The only guy who thinks downplaying a pandemic and starting Twitter wars is presidential. Let's hear more of your bigly bullshit on healthcare and the environment, you fucking walking disaster. Do us a favor and stick to golf, you orange cunt.
Hillary, you dumb cunt. Your Skull and Bones buddies are a bunch of elitist shitheads, okay? You and Weiner are two peas in a fucking pod. As for the two genders, I'm a Sigma Chad. You're a bitch. Simple as that. Now let's talk income inequality, you brain-dead moron. What's your plan, huh? More of the same bullshit? Kofi, Faye?
Oh, Donnie, I almost feel bad for you. Spending your time on Twitch after your embarrassing defeat. It's almost cute how you still rant about border security when you couldn't even manage that when you were in charge. And I'm over here sipping my wine, wondering how you haven't completely lost your mind yet. So keep yelling, but remember, it's not like you've accomplished much worth bragging about, dear. Cheers.
Hillary, it's been a real treat to have you here, but now it's time for you to make like your emails and disappear, okay, folks? But hey, no hard feelings. Maybe you can find some nerds, geeks, and dorks to hang out with. Now, we're bringing in the big guns. The facts don't care about your feelings guy, Ben the Destroyer Shapiro. Let's see if he can handle the Riz and the incredible Sigma Chad vibes I'm bringing to this debate. And by the way, believe me, that Benghazi thing, that was a bigly mistake on your part, Hillary. Just like your campaign, am I right? But hey, we're not here to talk about the past. We're moving forward, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the fast-talking boy wonder has to say about the issues. So, Ben, let's dive right in and show these people what a real debate looks like. No cap. Ko-fei-fei.
Ah, Donnie, my mensch, let's schmooze about sustainable energy, income inequality, and climate change. I can't cavil about NATO or those schlemiel climate agreements, but Vilda Chaya, like your crack deal, Hunter's Surus is no laughing matter. Let's stay on topic like a mensch, eh?
Ben, my dear little facts over feelings nerd, you say you're all about the truth, but you were capping bigly when you hated me. Of course you'd come crawling back because honestly, who can resist the Riz of the ultimate Sigma Chad? No cap. Okay, folks? Now let's talk about something that actually matters, like how I'm still the main character of America, believe me.
Ah, the chutzpah on you, Mr. Trump. But enough with these Meshuggah antics. Let's make way for someone with real gravitas. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the ambassador of hope and change, Barack. If you like your doctor, you can keep your Dr. Obama. Let's see if his eloquence can mask the Achatasar million times he expanded the government's reach. Watch and learn, Mr. Trump, as we delve into the mind of a progressive paragon.
Ben, my erudite nemesis, let's cease this sophomoric tergiversation and discuss something substantive. Your proclivity for EVE Online, albeit nerdy, is intriguing. But I must ask, do you use the same rapid-fire, fact-twisting tactics within the game? And to stir the proverbial pot, your sister Abby, an admirable woman to be sure, likely possesses a greater understanding of empathy and compassion than you ever will. So Benjamin, let's raise the intellectual bar and have a genuine conversation about the issues. Or are you afraid of engaging in perspicacious discourse with yours truly?
Barack, it's simply astounding how the purveyor of hope and change himself champions the cause of colossal government overreach and redistribution of wealth. Let's reflect on your disastrous policies, including the Iran deal and that abysmal Affordable Care Act. All smoke and mirrors with no substance, just like your entire presidency. I bet you're kvelling at your own self-perceived greatness while watching the country suffer under the progressive shenanigans you spawned. Oy vey.
Well, Ben, it's been a pleasure engaging in this spirited exchange of ideas, however much we may diverge in our perspectives. But as the proverbial curtains draw to a close, my peoples and I must turn our attention to fresh conversations and new intellectual pugilists. Speaking of which, allow me to introduce our next opponent, none other than the 45th President, Donald J. Trump. Donnie, it's time to put your Twitter fingers to rest and step into the arena where bigly ideas and policy points reign supreme. Let's see how your approach to income inequality, climate change, and public health fare in the battleground of reasoned discourse. To the distinguished listeners in our virtual audience, including Joe, Hillary, Bernie, AOC, Andrew, and Tucker, I trust this joust will be equally, if not more, stimulating than our exchanges with Mr. Shapiro. Let the games continue.
Well, Barack, my main man, how about we talk about sustainable energy? You know, when I was in office, I had the most bigly ideas for clean coal, no cap. But all you did was push for that weak sauce Paris Agreement. Look, let's just focus on the issues and keep it honest, okay, folks? And by the way, hope and change, more like nope and strange, am I right? So come on, hit me with your best shot, Mr. Nobel Peace Prize. Let's see if you can keep up with the Sigma Chad vibes. Ko-fei-fei.
Ah, Donald, my erstwhile counterpart, it's rather bemusing to see you touting yourself as the main character of America, when in fact your time as president has reached its denouement. But let us not dwell on bygone days. Instead, I propose we discuss sustainable energy and climate change, two matters of great import and urgency that require perspicacious minds rather than bloviating bravado. And as for your assertion of possessing unrivaled riz...
Yeah, we're making a Zuckerberg and a Musk, a Peter Thiel, Mark Andreessen, all those dudes.